Get out of your own way, overcoming self-defeating behavior, practical lessons for conquering procrastination, fear, envy, neediness, guilt, and more. Thinking I'm sorry is enough. Thinking I'm sorry is enough. Shakespeare says this, and I quote, repent what's past, avoid what is to come. Repent what's in the past, avoid what is to come. Some of the most touching moments in therapy occur when decent people confess to having betrayed, offended, or taken advantage of someone they care about. I recall, for example, the thick-skinned Hollywood agent who wept in my presence for the first and only time because she had gotten drunk and yelled at her ailing mother-in-law in a nursing home. Then there was the real estate developer who blubbered uncontrollably with remorse over a midlife fling that had left his wife devastated. In most instances, it wasn't just the guilt and shame that was so upsetting. It was the agony of not knowing how to make things right. Oliver Wendell Holmes says this, and I quote, apologizing, a very desperate habit, one that is rarely cured. Apology is only egotism, wrong side out. Apologizing, a very desperate habit, one that is rarely cured. Apology is only egotism, wrong side out. Making amends is crucial in healing a wounded relationship. It is the only way we can demonstrate to others that the hurt we caused them matters to us. Wow. The problem is we often don't know how to make amends, so we convince ourselves that time alone will heal the wound, or we mumble a quick apology that falls short of the mark. I'm sorry might suffice for minor injuries, but serious damage requires stronger medicine, and usually more than words. Otherwise, the people we hurt will continue to withhold their trust. This only frustrates us further. Then we'll get mad at them for not accepting our apology. They won't let go of it, we complain, when in truth, we haven't finished making amends. Elbert Hubbard says this, and I quote, don't make excuses, make good. Don't make excuses, make good. The first step in correcting the situation is to understand that an injured party typically goes through 3 emotional stages, which I call the 3 H's. Number 1, stage 1, hurt. The bubble of invulnerability has been burst. They now realize how badly they can be harmed. Stage 2, hate. They're enraged at the person who violated their trust and stole their feeling of safety. Stage 3, hesitation. They won't allow themselves to get close again until they feel safe. If the hurt is severe, the most heartfelt words will fall on deaf ears. Only a compensating action can replace the painful memory and enable the offended party to relax his or her guard. This can be accomplished by balancing the 3 H's with the 3 R's. For 1, remorse. You have to show that it hurts you to have hurt them. The best way is to state emphatically, I hurt you, didn't I? Follow this with a simple, sincere statement that says, I know I was wrong, and I care about the pain I caused you. When someone is in pain, explanations are extraneous. So we're talking about accountability here. Part number 2, restitution. For minor injuries, a simple gesture like sending flowers might suffice, but serious offenses might call for a public act of contrition. The agent who lost her temper in the nursing home apologized not only to her mother-in-law and her husband, but to everyone who witnessed the scene. The adulterous developer used a simple but effective form of restitution. At my suggestion, he allowed his wife to let loose and vent her rage while he listened without answering back or defending himself. Number 3, rehabilitation. To overcome the fear of being hurt again, the injured party needs more than promises. Only a genuine change of behavior can restore faith and trust. For the agent, this meant participating in a program and stop drinking and demonstrating that she could act appropriately when irritated by her mother-in-law. The developer entered couples counseling with his wife and made an honest effort to resolve the frustration and discontent that had driven him to have an affair. It often hurts more to be hurtful than to be hurt. With remorse, restitution, and rehabilitation, you can heal the pain of having hurt someone you love and at the same time show that you can be trusted. If you work consistently at the 3 R's, the burden will eventually shift to the other person. At one point, he or she must be willing to drop the bitterness and give you a second chance. Without the act of faith, a wounded relationship can't begin to heal. Here's some usable insight. Love means always having to show you're sorry. Love means always having to show you're sorry. Let's take some action here. Point 1. Try to feel the 3 H's from the other's point of view. Consider A, why he might feel hurt. B, how and why he might hate you for hurting. C, why he could hesitate to lower his guard and trust you again. Think of the 3 R's you would need if you were in his shoes. Ask these questions. A, what kind of remorse would it take to ease your hurt? What kind of penalty or restitution would it take to lessen your anger or hatred? C, what changes in behavior would it take for you to trust again? Point 3, let the person know you realize you were wrong and care about the pain you caused. Point 4, offer restitution by giving something that costs more than money. And point 6, make him feel safe by behaving in a non-hurtful way in similar situations. Thinking I'm sorry is enough. Get out of your own way. Overcoming self-defeating behavior, practical lessons for conquering procrastination, fear, envy, neediness, guilt, and more by authors Mark Goulston, MD, and Philip Goldberg.